PJ. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, live for Tuesdays with TJ, episode number 34. I'm with the homegirl PJ. She said, what up, y'all? And of course, our main man of the evening, Mr. TJ. What's up, my guy?
I'm not bad, thank you very much. How is everyone today on this fine day? I hope you enjoyed the NBA Finals. I hope that was a good one.
It was not a good one, TJ. Don't try
No?
to hype it up. Oh, it was bad. It was bad, man. We won't even get to that. This is a football channel, so I won't even discuss basketball right now. As a whole, it was bad. It was bad. Had its. Well, I'll give you credit. The first two games were pretty close. It went Boston's way. But then the rest was kind of like, okay, blowout city, blowout city, blowout city. All right, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the better team won. Just
yeah, Mavericks
Boston.
made it all the way there and just almost get swept.
Yeah, just almost. Yeah, a gentleman sweep, we call it. Very gentleman-like.
The gentleman sweep.
It's a gentleman sweep, right? Yeah, it's like, oh, we feel bad for you. Go ahead and get one. That's what it was, y'all. Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, this is Tuesday with TJ, episode number 34. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. This is PJ, and our main man, TJ, is to my right as he's drinking down something good, trying to stay up. I know it's late out there where he's at. Oh, yeah, but we always thank TJ for being a part of this, although it's called Tuesdays. It's actually Wednesday where he's at. But it's all love, though, man. This is what we do, man. This is the NFL podcast. That's right, the NFL podcast, where we break down all of the main topics of the NFL. Hey, we got a poll right now. Who is the biggest threat to dethrone the Chiefs? Let us know in the poll what your answer is. And, of course, let us know in the chat why you chose that particular team. I chose three, obviously the main three, the Ravens, the Bills, and the Bengals. But then there's also other if you have someone else in mind. So please let us know who you think is going to be there. We'll also, me and TJ will also have that as a topic as well. So y'all stay tuned for what we got to talk about. And you hit that like button. Thank you for the love and support. Last stream we had over 1,000 views. I want to thank.
You're doing well.
Yeah, I want to thank the Sports Fury for coming in and helping us with a raid. It was wonderful, man. A lot of interaction, a lot of new subscribers as well. So that was an awesome stream that we had, and a lot of those guys stayed. They stayed and chatted with us. So it was awesome, man. So shout out to the Sports Fury for making it happen, man. And of course, keep the chat rocking and rolling. We promise to answer all your questions at the end of the stream if you guys want to ask those questions, man. So keep it rocking and rolling. But let's go ahead before we get started, TJ. Let's give a shout out to everyone in the chat right now. We got Daniel Berry Sports Highlights says, yo. Peter said, what's up, DBSH? I got King PJ. Peter says, Daddy? No, that's not your dad. PJ said, what's up, King? PJ says she likes that name. Said, Adam Schefter just dropped news an hour ago saying the Niners absolutely want to keep Aiyuk, and Aiyuk did that for the publicity. Ooh. We're going to break that down. All right. RC in the lab with women's hoops says, Lowe's dog, TJ. Hey, yo. What's up, RC? Always good to see you guys. King PJ, thank you for that interaction, man. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel, man. And King PJ, do me a favor, man. Represent your ride or die squad. I don't care what team it is. I don't care what sport. I don't care if it's high school, college, or pros. Represent your ride or die squad, King PJ. I got Samuel Wilkinson in the building. Says hi. Said what's up, bro? Carlos, PJ, and TJ. Good evening. Good evening, Samuel. Always good to see you, my guy. Peter said what's up, S-Dub. And we got Andrew say, yo, what's up, Carlos and PJ? Said, what's good, Drew? Drewski's in the building showing love. Once again, you guys, we are streaming from multi-stream, so we're going live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So I want to thank all of the followers of all those platforms showing love. Man, you guys showed out yesterday. At one point, we had well over 200 people in the chat. It was awesome. So it was cool, man. And the interaction was awesome. So I want to thank y'all for that. TJ, man, how's your week been going? Last time we met, man, how's it been since that last week we saw you?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Not too bad. It's hit the allergy season over here in the UK,
Oh
so
Lord.
yeah, hay fever. It sucks.
Do you have
Never have hay fever.
you guys have You guys have Benadryl or like something that's equal to that?
We do, we do. It just doesn't. I swear it doesn't work.
It
It's
doesn't
all a
work.
placebo. I swear.
Hey, try mixing. Don't try this at home, you guys. But I'm just saying, try. Hey, I do Benadryl, NyQuil. Put that bad boy together. Pooh. Hey, you better do what you got to do in 30 minutes, man, because you gonna be you gonna be dropped, ready to sleep everything off. So yeah, Benadryl and NyQuil, two little things, or even get the non-name brand. It's called Equate, where we're from. Equate, get Equate, which is the non-name brand, two little tiny little pills, get some NyQuil, and don't do all that 10 millimeters. No, take it to the head. Right? Two little things of Benadryl, boy, it's a wrap for you, man. It's a wrap. We got 42 said hike. Says hello UST, how you been? We are good. 42 said hi. Peter said what's up 42. That's right. We're in the building, man. So shout out to everyone that's in the chat right now. Thank y'all for the love and support, man. Hit that like button and keep the chat rocking and rolling. And do us a favor, y'all. Represent your team. Rep your team. We got on the screen right now. Rep your team. We want to hear who is your NFL team as well. Represent your team. We are in the building with Tuesdays with TJ, episode 34. But TJ, all jokes aside, I hope you feel better, man. Later on.
It's just the joys of being allergic to the outside.
Well, I would stay my ass inside all day. Then that was the case.
Yeah. Just stay inside, not move.
Don't do it. Don't do a nutter. Just stay inside. You heard it, man. Allergies come out. You heard it from me, TJ, man. Stay inside. Let's rock and roll, man. He says honestly the biggest NFL threat is the Carolina Panthers or the Denver Broncos. Boy, must be April Fools, man. It must be April 1st around this thing. That's hilarious though. I feel you though. All right, let's get on represent your team, by the way. I appreciate you guys for showing love and support, man. And let's get on to our first topic. Well, hey, you know what? I forgot to make this a topic, you guys. And my good friend TJ just let me know we got to speak on this. So I'm going to go back to rep your team. But if you're a fan of the Jaguars, we had breaking news a couple of days ago. My man, Trevor Lawrence, signed a 5-year deal. $275 million. $200 million guaranteed to be the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll let you go first, TJ. How do you feel about that? Good or bad for the Jaguars?
I think it's bad. It's good for the Jaguars because they haven't had this kind of guy for a long time. Like it was Blake Bortles when he went on that weird run. He didn't work out after giving him that contract. Then it was Nick Foles, and week 1 broke his collarbone. It did allow the rise of Gardner Minshew. But after that, they've had nothing. And I think it's good to keep the quarterback around. I don't think it's smart the amount of money they gave him. Let's just say that. Like, Trevor Lawrence, he's won 1 playoff game, I believe. And he's getting Joe Burrow money? Like, come on. That's ridiculous. The fact that I believe, I don't want to say it wrong, so bear with me for 2 seconds. The fact that Patrick Mahomes, remember when he signed that ridiculous contract? I think he's 9th now? That's like the money is getting ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, Trevor Lawrence is not worth $55 million a year. Where is he? Where is Patrick Mahomes? So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's 9th as the highest paid, only $45 million a year. Like these are the QBs above Patrick Mahomes, who is considered the best in the league right now. He's the face of the franchise.
Right.
We've got Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson, Kyler Murray, Hurts, Lamar, Herbert, Goff, Trevor Lawrence, and then Joe Burrow.
Sheesh.
Yeesh. Yeah, like Patrick Mahomes is looking like a pretty good steal at the moment.
and I feel like that, first of all, it might be a bad deal in our eyes, but it's a great deal for the Jaguars, in my opinion. Like you said, alluded to earlier, They haven't had a quarterback with this kind of talent in a long time. And one, he's still young too, right?
Yeah.
So I like the fact he's still young and he has the talent. He did win only one playoff game, but he's still young. This isn't like Kirk Cousins or Dak Prescott, who's been in the league forever now, it feels like, and they've only won a combined like 3 playoff games. So I get that. But my thing is, with the inflation of money every freaking year, that 275 million might be chump change in 3 years. You just never know because it just keeps going up. The revenue keeps going up. Money keeps going up. But the main thing before we go to our next topic, I want to say is there are some teams that have Super Bowl aspirations. There are some teams that have playoff aspirations, and there are some teams that just want to stay relevant. The Jaguars just want to stay relevant. Good enough to where we talk about them every now and then, but bad enough to we don't expect nothing from these guys. Like, no one is going to say, hey, Jaguars, I got them. They're going to go ahead and take it over the Chiefs. No one's saying that. And the Jaguars are fine with that, but we are saying Jaguars are a decent team, could probably make the playoffs, but if they don't make the playoffs, it's not a big freaking deal. Everyone, when the Jaguars missed out, no one made a crazy deal about it, right? You know, they made more of a deal of the Eagles losing 5 games in a row towards the end or whatever than the Jaguars missing out, because the Eagles have playoff / Super Bowl aspirations. Jaguars don't have that. So it's like, yeah, we got that. It's okay. Like, we love it because it keeps us relevant, you know. And I think they're one of those teams, the franchises that just want to stay relevant. Every now and then, they'll get lucky and make a deep run in the playoffs.
So we've got Trevor Lawrence. 1 playoff game. I know they called, when he was coming out of the NFL draft, they called him the next Andrew Luck, you know, the next quarterback Jesus. Then, obviously, he had the year of Urban Meyer, which obviously stunted his growth a bit. But he got $55 million. What on earth is Dak Prescott going to get?
He won 60. He won 60. He made it clear.
60 million.
He made it clear. He won $60 million. $60 million, as they say on Austin Powers.
Damn, $60 million.
Yeah, I don't look. He better at least go to the NFC Championship. If that doesn't happen, if they go one and done again, he ain't getting that money. He'll probably go somewhere else and get 55 million, 50 million, but he won't get it from Dallas because Dallas hasn't seen it. They had enough or whatever. So Dak wants $60 million. And guess what? If he wins 1 or 2 playoff games this year, he's going to get that money. It's just because if you're Dallas, who else are you going to get? Because you also have Super Bowl aspirations, although that's every year for Dallas because they're just crazy. But they actually have a Super Bowl caliber team over the last 4 or 5 years. So I get the fact why that they want to keep Dak, because you're still in Super Bowl, contention. If you lose Dak, who's going to replace that as your quarterback? A rookie? I always say you're either going to get a rookie, a bum, or a Dak Prescott-like player. That's what you're going to get. And that could be anyone. Kirk Cousins is in that category, right, of those kind of guys. So they're just saying, like, you could get either that guy, a bum, or a rookie. What you want? So, but that's for the GMs and the owner, which is 2-1 for Dallas. That's where you get your money's worth, right?
it definitely feels like we've already jumped 10 million in a year. So it won't be 3 years down the line, quarterbacks will be earning $100 million a year.
Oh, that's come 6 years, 6 or 7 years. They'll be pushing. Someone will be pushing 80 in about 6 or 7 years. Someone's pushing 80.
Probably Aaron Rodgers or Kirk Cousins.
No, I hope not. Good God, yeah. I'm thinking more like if a Caleb Williams becomes phenomenal, if someone like a Jayden Daniels becomes phenomenal, they'll be the ones, getting that kind of money with 6 or 7 years.
It'll be CJ Stroud.
Stroud, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
CJ Stroud.
We got Lil Jeep Woods in the building showing us his Go Steelers. Black and yellow, or black and gold, but black and yellow. Yeah, so black and gold Saints. What's up, Lil Jeep Woods? Thanks for representing your ride or die team. He says, rep your team, and he said the Steelers. Let's rock and roll. So, yeah, Dak Prescott, if he wins 1, 2 or even 1 playoff games this year, he's going to get $60 million. That's just what it's going to be. because they're stuck in a, when you're a team of contention, you have Super Bowl aspirations. You don't want to go from a guy that's a top tier, at least a top third quarterback in the NFL, and then all of a sudden you ship him off for a rookie, whatever. I don't know. So very, very, very tough. Unless they can find a way to get maybe a Matthew Stafford or a Kirk Cousins, which is kind of like the same kind of people, honestly. Stafford obviously the better quarterback in my opinion, who's won a Super Bowl, but
Yeah.
he also had his issues a little bit, but they just never made the playoffs because they just sucked in Detroit for that long. But so it's just a lot of guys in that Dak Prescott, Kirk Cousins, area that you just don't want to put all your chips in right now because they haven't done anything for you. But it's funny because they keep doing it. Kirk Cousins got the big money. Dak Prescott
Yep.
wants big money and is probably going to get it. You're stuck in a rock and a hard place at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, you really are, and just the money. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, man. Dan McKean says, Carlo, did you Zach and Nan show you how to do YouTube redirect? No, they did not yet. We forgot. Peter said, what's up, DM? We forgot. I did. I'm sorry, man. We got to do our stream last night, and we completely forgot about it. So, all right, y'all. So, represent your team if you're on here right now. I don't care what NFL team it is, but represent your team. Let's get on with our first topic now, our first real topic. We broke down our guy, Trevor Lawrence, getting paid, and Dak Prescott about to get paid maybe next year. Might be on the Cowboys, might be somebody else. Who knows? But let's get it, man. Hey, Deshaun Watson. Got news about Deshaun Watson. The GM said he is looking very, very good right now, and he is way above schedule with his shoulder rehab. Deshaun Watson is on pace to be 100% for the opener. My question is for you, TJ, is his health the missing link to a Browns Super Bowl?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think when he was healthy last year, he was okay. He wasn't Deshaun Watson of Houston. He was just a solid, okay QB. And he's getting up there with age. How old is he now, do you reckon?
I would say 30, 29, 30.
Oh, he was born September 14th, 1995. Oh, gosh, 28 years old.
20, so he's 28 or 29, whatever. Or turning 29?
Yeah, 29 at the beginning of the season. So he's a 29 QB.
Which is still relatively young for today's NFL.
Relatively young, but it's just one of those. I don't think he is what they thought he was when they traded for him and the contract. And I don't know if he can. He's the missing link. Like, they've got him talent. They had Amari Cooper and all that. But it shows the difference that he was struggling. The Browns were struggling when he was healthy. But when Flacco come in, they did well. And I don't know if that's the different play styles. Maybe Watson's too undecided. Like, do I run like I used to, or do I throw? Where Flacco's just a game manager, get it to my player piece. Obviously, I think the bigger piece in their sort of thing for a Super Bowl is Chubb. How healthy is Chubb? I think that is the more question that should be answering, and we don't really get a lot of press on. Like, you hear a lot of Watson, you don't hear a lot of Chubb, which sucks because I think he's a more vital piece.
No, and I agree with you, honestly. But I do think that Deshaun was not 100% last year, even when he may have presumed to be. I don't think he was 100%. But I agree with you in the fact that his health being 100% still won't be the missing link. You're right about Nick Chubb's, the running game. If they can get that going on, I think you can kind of plug and play anybody into a great defense that they have in Cleveland with that running game with Nick Chubb's and company. If he comes back healthy and ready to rock and roll, hopefully he does, because I would hate to see Nick Chubb not produce from an unfortunate injury last year. That would suck. But yeah, as far as the missing link, it's not Deshaun Watson. I feel like anyone can kind of play in that system with a great defense and a running game and be able to contend for a Super Bowl. Mind you, was it a couple of years ago, Baker Mayfield was in the AFC Championship game against the Chiefs, right? Was that the AFC Championship game?
Yeah, AFC Championship game, and Pat
yeah.
Mahomes went out with that high ankle sprain or
And
the ankle injury.
yep, and they still won.
They still won.
Still won. So yeah, like you have Baker Mayfield with that same sort of defense, the same running game, and he got there. I think if Chubbs comes back with that same determination, and they maybe bring back Kareem Hunt again, maybe for one more ride. But this could be Deshaun Watson's make or break year. Like you're coming in here, and the GM, if he was adamant about him being super healthy coming into the season, he has got to perform at a decent level, a winning level, no mistakes, play your game, don't turn the ball over, and be creative. Get out of whatever. Just don't turn the ball over, play mistake-free football, and be a really, really good game manager, quarterback. That's all you need from Deshaun Watson to get them far. It's not about his health. It's more about his mental, in my opinion.
I see. This is his contract. So obviously it's all fully guaranteed. So pretty much there's no an out year until he becomes a free agent, which is 2027. So they've still got 3 years with him.
Yeesh.
And those cap hits, 63.
Yeah. You just, man, that's tough. I think I'm gonna be real. If he doesn't get the job done, or at least make the playoffs, or at least play healthy and have a decent year, I think they'll go with a quarterback somewhere first, second round, maybe even third round, whatever, next year, just to put a little pressure on Deshaun Watson or get him some kind of saving grace. And I just hope if Deshaun does go out, he goes out this year losing the playoff game or even winning the Super Bowl, right? I don't want him going out via injury. I don't want him going out, via whatever. I hope it's like either just, I hope he just is healthy for the whole entire time. I just hope he's healthy the whole entire time, and that way we can find out if he is or not the guy for Cleveland.
If you had to put money on it?
Injury. Something. And, I mean, just what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 years now. Like injuries have always hampered him, and his play style. He runs a lot, and although he's not a very fast runner, but he still runs a lot, and those kind of things tend to happen to running quarterbacks all the time. Trying to do what they say too much. Trying to make something out of nothing. We got Sticks of Maine said Daniel Jones must have had pictures of the owners. I agree. I agree too. She said Daniel Jones sucks. Good God, PJ. Said Daniel Jones freaking sucks. And I agree. He's not good. But anyways.
$40 million a year. He is getting $5 million less.
I tell you what though, he don't care. My man laughing to the bank, baby.
Yeah.
He laughing to the bank. Every 2 weeks, that check coming in nice. That check is coming in nice every 2 weeks, man. Good God Almighty, man. But yeah, so we both agree we don't think Deshaun Watson is that missing link with the health wise, but I'm more of his mental, and of course, as long as that run game and defense are there, they'll be fine. He's just gotta be decent. I mean, if Joe Flacco if he wasn't turnover prone. Right, I think the Browns would have had a nice little, a way to get into deep in the playoffs, but he was kind of turnover prone towards the end, especially against Houston, when he just turned his ass over. Man. All right, we had a little word about Brandon Aiyuk earlier, but we're gonna still post it. They did say, we just got word about an hour ago. Adam Schefter said that it was all a publicity stunt by Aiyuk. The 49ers said we do not want to get rid of him. Whatever. Well, the story is Brandon Aiyuk, wide receiver of the San Francisco 49ers, was on a live. I don't know if it was Facebook or Instagram, but he was on live with Jayden Daniels, the quarterback for the Washington Commanders. And he told Jayden Daniels straight up, hey, the 49ers don't want me. And Jayden Daniels says, what? You for real? And he was like, yo. And he's like, yeah. They straight up told me that. Wow. All right. Well, well, first of all, the question is, TJ, what's next for him and the 49ers? But I'm going to tell you right there, with the Niners coming out and saying it was a hoax, I tend to believe the players. I do. I tend to believe the players. Because you got more to risk saying that than the Niners do, right? So you got more at risk if you say that and you come out as a lie, then you look crazy, right? But so
You look
I'm
just
like
crazy.
I don't think he would just straight up just say like, yep, they don't want me. They told me. Like on live where everyone in the world is seeing it because there's two famous guys talking on live. So of course eyes all over it. Yeah. So that right there got my attention. I was like, for him to go on a live, right? This wasn't him caught off guard. This wasn't him like saying what's up to fans and like they don't want me. No. It was him directly telling another NFL player on that live that hey, my current team told me to my face they don't want me. That's a lot to say for a lie. So I tend to believe the players now. We'll never know if it's a flat out lie or not because we just don't know. We weren't there for that conversation for the Niners and Aiyuk. But then again, Aiyuk has had issues since before the playoffs with this franchise because he wants to get paid. So,
Yes.
what's your thoughts about that, TJ?
See, it was weird. I think the Niners did tell him. I openly admit that, and he released because it was someone recording him on the FaceTime, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was him and Daniels. Him and Win.
Is it the video I saw? He was on FaceTime, and someone else was recording him like over his shoulder. Is that what I was remembering?
Yeah,
it wasn't like he had screen shared his phone or anything like that. See, I think he did release that. I think he released that to obviously show that he's available because, but then again, I think it's very obvious he is available simply for the fact that they drafted Ricky Pearsall in the first round.
Yeah.
Like
from Florida, yeah.
There's just the receiver. They've already paid Debo his money. Obviously, they've paid McCaffrey his money. I know they've got 2 more years on Purdy being cheap, like ridiculously cheap. But I think Aiyuk's gone, and he's made so much noise that I wouldn't be surprised if he is traded. Obviously, I don't think he'll report it to minicamp. So I wouldn't be. I believe what he said was true, and what he said is obviously now put the Niners in a sticky situation. Like everyone just knows, they're not going to pay him. He's not going to play for them. So now the Niners have less leverage, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
But who's going to trade for him?
Right. Hey, I heard a little sticky rumor. I mean, I'm a Saints
What's
guy.
the sticky rumor?
The Saints are trying to find a way to trade for Aiyuk. That might be total crap and BS. But it was from a blogger from New Orleans Saints that said that there are whispers. But I don't know. Like, we ain't got the money, man. God, no, I ain't got no money. If he thought that it was bad out there in the Nineland, wait till you come to New Orleans. We ain't got no money for you, dog. Got the beautiful Haley Gordon. How you doing, love? Is in the building. I got Fondarama and Barbara G says, I'm around but lurking, listening to y'all while I'm picking crabs. Hey, let's go.
Hey.
Peter said, what's up, HG? And what's good, Fondarama and Barbara G? Hope y'all are doing well, man. Shout out to Barbara G. She won our $130 giveaway that we had. She got her money a couple days ago. So shout out to Barbara G. And Fondarama.
Who's your general manager? Let's say it's because every year you seem to be over the cap. And you have to do cuts and all that.
Yeah.
Because this year you've got 12 million left.
We don't know how to let go right now. That's our issue. We don't know how to let go. Like I love Cam Jordan to death, right? I do. But he's one of the kind of guys like we're giving him what's it called? A lifer. He's a lifer. So we don't want to. But like and which look, I'm for that. I'm more for that in reality. I like keeping guys who deserve to stay there, let them be there. But as far as like his talent and what he's getting paid for and his talent, it's not matching anymore. But he's still a decent DN. Still a really good DN. But, we keep paying him to stay long when it's just like that. And we do that to a lot of our guys right now. So,
well, next year, where Aiyuk's numbers will matter, because he'll still be on his rookie QB. If you traded for him, for example, and extended him, next year will be where his cap hits.
Mm-hmm.
You're 88 million over the cap already, and you're still giving 9 million and to Michael Thomas and $7 million to Jameis Winston.
Yep.
So next year's gonna sort of suck for you.
So if whoever gets him, it might be for a 1-year deal. Then maybe we can work some out in the off season. But whoever gets them is probably going to guarantee him.
Yeah,
we're going to give you an extension either right now or we'll guarantee you next year, whatever. But he's not going to just anybody. I feel like that.
Understandable.
But
I think he'll be asking the same as Jefferson, $35 million.
No,
I don't think he should get.
No, not right now. Hey, I don't know about $35 million, but I can see him asking for that $25 million range.
Oh, I don't. I see him asking.
You think 35?
I think he's going to ask 30. I think it's going to be a. It's going to be a Lawrence, like we just spoke about. Lawrence is better than Burrow.
You're right. No, but they're different positions, though. I feel like the receiver position, you've got to really show your talent. Like Justin Jefferson's that dude, right? He is that good. He's always arguably the best receiver in the NFL. So yeah, he can get that kind of money. I'm trying to think like Brandon Aiyuk, was he part of the system? Right? Was it a great system around him? Because although he was the number one, he wasn't really the number one. That makes sense, right? As far as pure receiver, he's number one. As far as option, he wasn't number one. Deebo Samuel, although the receiver, he plays like a running back with the football, and of course you have their tight end Kittle and McCaffrey. The best, arguably the best running back, arguably the best tight end. Well, not arguably, it's still Travis Kelce, but still. So yeah, are you part of a great system, or are you just that receiver that gets open because you have a lot of one-on-one coverage because you got to look at these other guys, or are you really that good? So the Niners are like, look, we know you're not that good, so we're not even going to worry about. Now they don't say it like that, but basically somewhere, some conversation, someone probably didn't say we don't want you, but they probably said something similar like, you're not that important to us, which kind of rubbed him the wrong way for him to say they don't want me.
I think also him asking for a new contract for ages and then them extending McCaffrey. I think McCaffrey's more important.
Obviously.
But the fact that he's needing a contract and McCaffrey's under contract and they've given him more money, like they've boosted up his annual salary for this year and next, he deserves it, but that might rub him the wrong way.
We got to keep it real. Who That Sports Podcast. My brother's Dolph 17 and Coach Rock in the building showing love. Says my brothers, how you doing? PJ, how you doing? I could never forget about you. She said, what's up, Dolph 17? We got Real Fan Sports. Is what's good, family? Zach and Nonfiction. Y'all, if you haven't, man, check out the Keep It Real Who That Sports Podcast and Real Fan Sports, both on YouTube. Check them out. They are also part of the Come On In Network, Come On In Sports Network, you guys, where we do all these sports, man. So check out the Come On In Sports Network as well on YouTube. We just broke down Game 5 of the NBA Finals where the Boston Celtics won their 18th championship in NBA history. And so it was great, man. So go check out those channels on YouTube, you guys. I promise you do not want to miss out on some great sports action. But let's keep it rocking and rolling. Aiyuk, we can both agree he's not going to be a Niner this year, right?
Yeah, he's gone. Especially since they drafted someone in the first round.
And I feel like he'll go anywhere. I feel like he's not caring about the wins. If he was, he would not be quote unquote bitching right now about his contract because you're with a really good franchise that's been to 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. So I feel like he'll go anywhere. So I think all 31 teams, other teams are for the taking. When it comes down, as long as he gets paid, I think he'll be fine.
Commanders, maybe, because obviously he was on the
phone. So Jayden Daniels like, hold on, brother, what's up? Let me know, because I kind of need a weapon out here.
They've got the cap space.
I need the weapon, my guy. I do.
Imagine Terry McLaurin.
McLaurin's the only one. Scared Terry. I think they drafted a receiver in the draft. I hope they did. I hope they did because Terry McLaurin and that that's it. They got like Curtis Samuels, somebody like that. I mean, they got him.
Is it Curtis Samuel?
I don't even know. I guess so.
I think he's with the Bills. Yeah.
So do you have the roster in front of you for the Commanders?
The rosters, bear with me for one
moment. Who's the receivers out there besides Terry McLaurin? because they have a bad receiving core as of last year. You know, McLaurin will make a perfect number 2. Oh, he would. McLaurin would be a great number 2 receiver. He is not your number 1. He can't be. You know.
Let's have a look. So we're on SPN. Go to depth chart. So they've got Terry McLaurin, Juwan Dotson.
Oh, Dotson from Penn State. Yeah, he was that guy from last year. They drafted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then it's Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, and McCaffrey's
son.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, not son.
Well, I mean, Ed McCaffrey's son. Yeah.
And then a bunch of people I don't like.
Okay, well, guess what? Washington. Here you go. Trade for that brother. Come on, man. Trade for that man. Get Jayden Daniels a weapon. You know, that's perfect right there. I mean, it could be a publicity stunt, and if it is, good for Jayden Daniels, good for, you know, the Washington Commanders if they can find a way to get that. But I think the Niners, just out of spite, probably won't bring him to Washington just because of that stunt.
They'll be asking for a first-round pick.
Oh, yeah. And if I'm Washington, okay, let's go. You got your quarterback of the future. Let's give him some weapons right now.
You think so?
Yeah. Huh?
Whilst he's cheap, might as well.
Yeah, I'm telling you, while he's cheap, they did the same thing. Not the same thing, but I mean, you know, they Burrow got all those receivers ASAP. You know, they were young, but they were very high draft picks. You know, with Higgins and Chase. Give them your weapons now. You saw what happened. You know, they went, you know, AFC Championship 2 years in a row with that squad. That's without an O-line, so it tells you how good Burrow is.
Without an O-line, and they never got an O-line again.
It tells you how good Burrow is, because that O-line stank. All right, man. We had a lot of big free agent signings over this offseason, a lot of trades, so I'll put trades in there as well. So who is the biggest free agent signing you want to see the most play this year? There are a lot of guys, and so we'll go either trades or free agent signings. Every year, there's a lot of great activity, whether it's trades, free agency, even the draft, right, can give people hopes, especially guys like me that play fantasy football. You know, we see that, ooh, okay.
This is going to be a bit selfish, so I do agree. I want to see Saquon go off. Not simply because he's an Eagles, but simply because I just feel like the Giants have always sort of hindered him. He's been their only weapon the entire time, so everyone's guarding Saquon. He's had a terrible line his entire career. I know he's been injured, but this year he's on a team with a decent O-line, and he's not the only weapon. Like, we've got Goddard, we've got Brown, we've got Hurts, we've got Smith. So I want to see what he can fully do whilst healthy and has the opportunity to show his talent. So I'm very curious about what Saquon can do.
Okay, you took my 1A options, but I kind of figured you would.
Really?
Yeah, because I think Saquon is going to eat in Philadelphia. I think he is going to explode if healthy, obviously.
Yeah, if healthy. It's not because I'm an Eagles fan. I like the player, and it feels like his career hasn't been what it should be, and now he's on hopefully a decent team.
Here's my thing. So whenever Derrick Henry signed to the Ravens, although it was a huge deal, it really did feel like a huge deal. It wasn't talked about enough, in my opinion. And then I kind of forgot about it a little bit, just a little bit forgot about it. And then yesterday, TJ, I'm watching, I'm on Facebook, I believe, scrolling down, just seeing what's going on in the Facebook community. And then I see a still picture of Lamar Jackson handed it off to Derrick Henry, and I was like, oh my, first of all, they're wearing their black and purple. You know that, it looks very intimidating. Derrick Henry, see, he played for the Titans, all that. I mean, not Titans, he played for, who he played for? Damn, Derrick Henry played for who again?
Titans, you're right.
The Titans, okay, look, I done forgot. Tennessee? Why I don't feel like he did, but he did though. Well, anyways, those colors didn't really show how intimidating this man is, right? All that baby blue and the little red with the little stars on it. Then he wore the black. in that purple and all his gear, and he's got the dreads, and he's got Lamar Jackson as your quarterback handing it off to you. And oh my God, I was like, I don't know why I got the chills. And I was looking like a fanboy. I stared at that still for like 5 minutes. Do you know how long 5 minutes is in real life? That is a long time. It's like 3 freaking minutes. I'm just staring. I'm like, good God, that's gonna be crazy. It's very intimidating. Him wearing the black and purple. Look, I want to see Derrick Henry. I just want to see it, man. I like it sounds like it's too good to be true. Lamar Jackson either hand off to Derrick Henry or play action with Lamar, who can run and throw if he wants to. Oh my God, that's just like it gave me chills about what could be for this team, right? As far as and they've led the league in rushing like 5 years in a row. They're gonna do it again. And this team is going to be dynamic. I can't wait to see Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson play together, and that's the first game of the year against the Chiefs on September 5th. So, you guys get ready for that. Fun. It's going to be awesome, bro. So, yeah, I'm definitely loving the sight of seeing Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson together, man. That's going to be so incredible to watch that. I cannot wait to see how that unfold. I'm telling you, TJ, it gave me chills. I'm not even BSing. I sat there on my phone. I was like, oh, my God. And I kind of put it down a little bit, and I'm looking at it like, it don't even feel real. I forgot how big of a deal this was, but it wasn't talked about enough in my opinion. Maybe if I was glued on to the NFL Network, it was probably talked about a lot. But as far as just like outside regular world, it wasn't talked about enough, and that's a big deal to me.
I do have to say, them in the new uniforms, because they unveiled their new helmets, didn't they?
That purple, yeah, it was beautiful.
Looked good.
It looked good. Hey, no, did you see the Vikings all white uniforms?
That looks good.
Oh, it looks good. I am a sucker for all white uniforms. I'm not gonna lie,
really?
Especially if you're playing in a dome, not getting it dirty, right? If you're wearing your all white and you're in a dome, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness! But the second I get it dirty, I'll be pissed off. I'll be pissed off. It's almost like when back in the day when guys got Jordans and stepped on their shoes. That's an American thing, by the way. I don't know if you guys had that issue in the UK, but people don't like getting their brand new shoe stepped on. Which is, I'm like, why even bring it out then? This is stupid. Why go to the club with your brand new shoes on if you don't want no one to step on your brand new shoes and you're in a public facility with over 100 people? Cuz you stepped my shoe, bro. Come in, shut up. That's how I feel. I don't know. It's just dumb to me. That's just dumb. Anyways, but yeah, like why unveil your all white jerseys on like grass outside? It looks kind of like. Can you imagine? Like imagine this: they unveil the all white jerseys at home, right in the dome against Blase Blase. Or imagine this: they unveil their all white jerseys on the road in Chicago. How it look, right?
Yeah.
It don't look good no more, right?
Nah, it can't look good anymore.
In Chicago,
the windy city, the rainy city.
Just saying, like falling on that grass and it getting dirty. It's like, now I don't even like the jersey no more. I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see it in the dome.
They'll go from white jerseys to brown jerseys pretty fast.
Yeah, for real. I was mad because we wore our white jersey. The Saints did. We wore our all white jersey one time. Our colorless jersey, which is basically a lot of white, but we wore it in Carolina. I was like, why? I don't want to see it. I want to see it if we go to play in Dallas or play in Minnesota or play at home. I don't want to see it in Carolina.
you want it at home because then the fans get involved.
Yeah,
Cincinnati has their whiteout game, don't they?
Oh my God, that's another dope ass. That's a dope ass jersey, bro. The whiteouts for Cincinnati. Oh my God. See, I like cool ass jerseys like that. When you give me, I don't know, the Texans with their 80,000 jersey changes. Come on, bro. All right. I don't care about that, man. Give me something fresh.
Those new jerseys don't look good.
They do
look good. The little H on the side. I'm not a fan of those.
Oh yeah, their actual yeah, the one I saw a couple days ago. Yes, that does look good. That does look good. You're right, Houston. I was talking about
Yeah.
when they were always like, we're going from red to blue with the red stripe on there. You know, that's our difference. I hate that. Like, why even change the jersey then? The only thing difference is a stripe on it. Really? No, I'm not about to buy that jersey just because you put a stripe on it.
Remember when I think it was the Colts had a whole new jersey reveal. And it was all like, like our culture's always been the shoe horse and all that. The difference in jersey is they've put the outline of the state inside the collar.
See, that would drive me crazy. That would drive me crazy. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Really, my dude? The outline of the state? Okay.
Outline of the state. And
that is a G. And it's going to be a lot of dumb fans like, oh, I got to get that jersey. My state's on there. Man. Let the Saints get a jersey and all they put was the Louisiana on it. Bro, I'm not getting that just because you put Louisiana on it. Good God almighty.
Put an L.
Put an L on it. We got an L on the jersey, man. Hey, quick story, TJ. So I'm playing for my high school, right? And mind you, I played for like a little rinky-dink high school. Shout out to LaGrange, LG, baby. You know what I'm saying? But we had our pep rally, right? Our first pep rally, and we were a good team our freshman year. We were a really good team. So we were excited, man, and everyone's – mind you, we have no logo on the field. There's no logo, all right? It's one of them kind of stadiums. One of them stadiums we have, like a small little grass stadium, no logo, right? We barely got, like, LaGrange on our touchdowns, right? Anyways, so a guy named Scooby, he was our janitor, a very popular guy, but he was kind of on the slow side, right? But he's a very popular guy, Scooby. Shout out to Scooby. And they gave him the microphone because he has something very important to tell us. So the pep rally's all hyped up. We're all geeked up because we're playing against a really good team. And we wound up losing that game. I think we lost that game. The pep rally. Yeah, we did. Yeah. Heartbreaking fashion. Yeah. But anyways, but we're all excited. So they give my guy Scooby the microphone, and he's kind of slow, so he kind of talk like this. He talk like that, right? So he was like, hey, I want to let everybody know. So our mascot is the Gators. We're called the Gators. LaGrange Gators. So he's like, I want to let you know, I put a Gator logo in the middle of the field, and everybody was like, oh, we got a logo in the middle of the field, let's go. So we were all like geeked up, bruh. While we get there in the game, the logo ain't nothing but 3 foot freaking 5x5 or something. It was nothing. It was. I said a gator. It's more like an iguana, man. This ain't no gator. Oh, we was so mad, bro. Oh, I was heartbroken. It wasn't no damn gator. It's an iguana. Oh, that man. That's probably why we lost. We was heartbroken. We come out there to the field like, we can't wait to see our logo, y'all. Let's go. We get out there, man. Ain't nothing but 3x3, whatever it was. It was bad, bro. It was bad. It was bad. So, anyway, that's probably why we lost. Shout to LaGrange though, man. that's my school, man. All right, y'all. All right. Well, we had our poll question, and I'll repeat it, y'all. Who is the biggest threat to the throne of Kansas City Chiefs? Let us know in the poll. Keep clicking that poll, you guys. We put the Ravens, the Bills, or the Bengals, or other. So we're also gonna ask that question now to our guy TJ. Who in the AFC will be the biggest threat to the Chiefs? Bengals, Bills, Ravens, or a surprise team? Who you got, man? Who's that team? Because we've seen over the last couple of years now, it's been the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. What was it, 6 years in a row? 7 years in a row?
Yeah.
Something like that? Yeah. So who's going to meet the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game? Who you think right now?
I'm going to go with an old reliable. I'm going to go with Joe Burrow, if he can stay healthy. We've seen it. We've seen that Joe Burrow seems to have something over Pat Mahomes. It's the only guy who seems to be taking him down. The only person to defeat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs has been Joe Burrow and Tom Brady twice. So I'm going to go with him because I think he's reliable. If he can stay healthy, but obviously the Bengals now are in a bit of a sticky situation themselves with how if they could pay everyone. So I'm going to go with them, but I think the Bills are going to drop off a bit after losing Diggs and Gabe Davis and all that.
Hell, the defense, shoot.
And their defense just combined.
That's my biggest issue. They lost their whole entire defense, I feel like.
Yeah. Obviously, we've got... I know you've got the Baltimore there, and see, I would agree, but when they came against the Chiefs, they choked. They didn't run the ball. And people say, they wouldn't make the same mistake twice, but I don't believe that. I think they'll get in their heads again. And then my surprise team, if I was going to put a surprise team, I'm going to go with CJ Stroud and the Texans. I think he's going to be my secret team. I think they're going to take a next step, and watch out AFC, because I reckon it's going to be...
That's like your Detroit of the AFC?
Yeah, I reckon. I wouldn't even say Detroit, because everyone has already those high hopes for the Shrouds.
Yeah.
I keep calling them Shrouds, so that's a Tom Rossi thing. The Texans.
The Strouds.
The Strouds.
Houston Strouds.
Yeah, there is nothing on this team except the Shrouds. So, I'm going to go with the Texans as sort of a secret team potentially, but we don't know. It's Kansas City. As soon as they get to the playoffs, they don't seem to lose.
I'll tell you what, I agree with both your team and your surprise team. I was going to go the same way. I'm going with the Bengals. I think if healthy, with my guy Joe Burrow, if they're healthy, the Bengals are going to give the Chiefs some problems if they can stay healthy. That's Joe Burrow. If the O-line can stay up for him and make things happen, then yeah, we'll see it. So I'm going to go with the Bengals. And also, if there was a surprise team, I would go with the Texans. Texans seem like they're a better fit to beat maybe Buffalo. They could probably surpass Buffalo, maybe get to the next step, AFC Championship game against Kansas City. Just don't face Kansas City before that. Don't face before that. So I agree. I think Bengals, Joe Burrow, he's beaten Mahomes. We've seen him beat Mahomes. Yep. We've seen that already, and we know what he can be capable of doing with the weapons that he has. Hold on, my son is whining for a second. Let me give him some. Come right back.
That's all right. I'll keep entertaining.
Yes, sir.
I completely agree. Carlos, we have the same mind. It's got to be either the Burrow, who has a proven record that they can do it, or the Shrouds. But it's Kansas City, and is it too early to call it a dynasty? Like 3 rings in, 5 years? 5 years they've had 3 rings? Is that dynasty already? Was that too early?
That's dynasty.
Yeah, you reckon dynasty?
That's dynasty. The Chiefs?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dynasty. I don't care. Nobody said. Because one was already a back-to-back.
True.
There's a back-to-back's involved with that. Any kind of back-to-back with a third one in a 5-year span, yeah, that's a dynasty, bro. Especially in the NFL. Yeah. Where it's very, very tough. Especially in a one-and-done scenario that's tough, man. Like the NBA Finals, best of 7, baseball, best of 7, hockey, best of 7. Football is one and done. Like, you can't...
Just one and done.
Yeah, you can't screw up or you're gone. Your season's done. So, to do that 3 out of 5 years and 2 of those is back-to-back, that's a dynasty, bro.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, I'm like, if someone says it's not, I'm like, what do you call greatness then? Let me know. What do you consider dynasty? Does it have to be 3 years in a row? Because not a lot of teams going to do that. That means we'll never have dynasty. We'll never have dynasty. A lot of teams, especially today's NFL, I mean, it's tough to win 3 in a row, let alone 2. 2 hasn't happened besides the Chiefs. It hasn't happened since the Patriots did it in 03-04, right? And then before that, it was the Broncos, 98-99. And then before that, you got to go pretty much to Dallas. They won like 2 in a row. Like, was it like 93-94, maybe 92-93, whatever it was?
Oh, no. It was. I was going to say, didn't the Patriots do it in 16 and 15? But 15 was the Broncos versus Carolina.
Yeah. And after that, after the Dallas, you got to go maybe the Niners, early 90s. And then... whatever, those Raiders teams in the 80s or whatever.
Cowboys, maybe?
When? Yeah,
early 90s.
yeah. Cowboys did it. I want to say what was it, 93, 94, or 90, 92, 93. I don't know, man. But Steelers
Yeah.
chick 46 says, I have to say, biggest threat is Steelers. Don't count out Tomlin. I'm not going to agree with you, but I can understand Pittsburgh being that team that's always going to be there. But we've seen Pittsburgh against Kansas City in the playoffs before, and it was not pretty. We've seen Pittsburgh in the playoffs plenty of years now, over the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years maybe, and they just haven't had the offensive firepower to beat these teams that are in the playoffs, So hopefully with Russell Wilson there and Fields being the X factor, being the Cordell Stewart of today, they can kind of change their offensive woes.
Yeah, that game was sort of like, please stop, he's already dead. As the Chiefs
please. Hey, all right, let's go with another subject, y'all. A really cool one, honestly. If you guys have kept up with the Hard Knocks series from HBO or HBO Max, every single year, the last 3 years now, well, every year they have an HBO series called Hard Knocks, and it has a team from the NFL in the off season or training camp, and they break down about a 4 or 5 episode, and they show what happens the daily life of a training camp for this particular team, and that's awesome to watch. But the last 3 years now, they've had an in season Hard Knocks, so they have a particular team for the training camp, and then another team for the in season one. And they're very interesting. I think the last couple of years it was the Colts and the Cardinals, I believe, the last 2 years of the end season. Well, this year we had Chicago Bears are going to be your training camp Hard Knocks. But then this year is different now with the end season. It's not just one team. It's a whole entire division. For the first time, the end season Hard Knocks is going to feature the entire AFC North. They're going to have the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Cincinnati Bengals, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Cleveland Browns are all being featured on Hard Knocks for the in-season Hard Knocks. So I want to know, how do you feel about that, being 14 instead of 1?
It's fun, isn't it? Like, 4 teams, you get more diverse, and especially they've chosen a great division where every team should be good in it. Like, Steelers have the hope with Russell Wilson and Fields. And obviously, we just talked about Lamar and Henry. And obviously, we've got completely gone black now. Oh, Burrow and Chase. Like, everything, there's always stories in that division. So it's going to be fun. It stops getting a bit stale because they've done in division before. I think it was the Colts when they were going through their rough time.
Yeah, that was crazy how that happened though. It was like the playoffs was in their grasp, right? And you see them talking about it before the game and during practice, and like, guys, we just got to get this, and they did not. I'm like, damn,
damn. But it's going to be fun. It should be good and entertaining. But Hard Knocks has done this to try and keep it fresh.
Can you get this bottle of milk for me and feed him for a second? I'm almost done. Go ahead.
Won't take you much longer. All right.
No, you could.
We'll give you back, Carlos. My question is, they've done this to try and stop going stale, and I think they did Colts, which was pretty meh.
And Cardinals is pretty meh.
Pretty meh. So obviously they've gone for a whole division to keep it fresh. Do you see this succeeding? If not, do you see Hard Knocks ending?
I am a sports guru. I'm a sports head. I like the individual team. I don't know if I'm gonna like the 4 team because it's only an hour long. That means you're giving us 15 minutes per team for the next 8 or 9 weeks. Is that enough to suffice for me? I had a personal interest in the Colts. I had a personal interest in the Cardinals, although they sucked bad that year. But knowing the players, the head coaches, you get to know them better now. It's almost like I won't get that kind of access because it's 4 teams, and I won't be rooted into a particular team or a player as much as like the Colts. I really enjoy that. I love the D-line camaraderie. I loved it all, man. It was a great thing, although it ended bad for them the year. But just seeing them, the family atmosphere, I feel like I won't get a lot of that because it's 4 teams. Now, the good thing is, if you're gonna pick a division, you're right. Let it be the AFC North, which is the head and sort of the best division in the NFL from a competitive standpoint. So if you're a fan of the AFC North teams, yes, go ahead. I mean, love it. I'm an NFC South kind of guy, so it feels like I'm never going to get a Saints Hard Knock. So whatever.
No,
I hope we get it next. If we suck, TJ, we better be on Hard Knocks next year. That's all I'm saying. We better be on Hard Knocks. If we're gonna suck, at least let me have something to look forward to with our sorriness. Right?
See, unfortunately, I disagree with you there because if you suck this year, you're firing your head coach.
That's cool too. I mean, hey, but
you can't be on if you fire your head coach.
You're right. Damn. Hey, never get what I want, man. I forgot about that rule. Shucky ducky. God dog it. I forgot about that rule. All right, well, let's not suck too bad. Let's go 10-7 and not make the playoffs. Then that will have us have Hard Knocks. No, let's not do that. 10-7 and you're not making the playoffs. That's just bad luck. That's just bad luck. Yeah. I remember there was the year that Brady got hurt for the Patriots, and they went 11-5 and still did not make the playoffs. It's crazy.
Oh.
They went 11-5 without Brady and did not make the playoffs. I was like, wow, what the heck? That must have been good ass teams in the AFC that year, Lord. Hey, Steelers 6 says Hard Knocks will give me a chance to hear more Tomlinism. Also, watch Browns implode. Hey, I remember. One of the cooler ones I've seen was Rex Ryan and the Jets. That was like that was awesome, just because he cussed a lot, and I loved it.
That was, I think, the best Hard Knocks, because you also got the meme of a guy trying to get in the building and can't get in. So, like every time something happens, like a player gets cut for bad things, it's like
it was crazy. I love Rex Ryan. They're like they literally had it like, is he doing too much cussing? I was like, no. Like, y'all want to bring the cameras in there? He's gonna be the same person he's been since day one of his life. He gonna cuss a lot, and we all grown men. These are not high school kids. This is not middle school kids. This is grown ass men. Let them cuss as much as they want. I don't care. So I thought it was very entertaining. If I'm trying to say something, very entertaining. You know, I think the most boring one, probably with from recent memory, was probably the Cowboys one. The Cowboys one was pretty boring.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot. I mean, Dak Prescott there, but he was like, meh. He didn't. His personality is kind of meh. As far as a person, like, nothing wrong with that. But for entertainment purposes, I want to see some craziness, right? So, like the Detroit Lions one, that was good. I like the Lions. That was a good one with Dan Campbell.
That was fun.
That was awesome
to
see that.
Fun.
So, very excited.
Also, because Dan Campbell is literally insane.
He is insane, yeah. All right. I said in December 9th, I believe. December 9th is going to be. Yeah, so the first episode, it will be like a week 1 through 8 recap. And then the rest of the year is a week by week after week 9 or week whatever it is. When is December 9th? It's probably like week 10 or 11 or 12 maybe. Probably week 12.
I think it's
so
week 12.
They'll give you like a recap 1 through 12, and then the next episodes will be per game per week for the rest of the episodes. So I like that. I'm cool with that. But they got the division right. If it's one division, because what they would have said like the I don't know, the NFC West. Well, I don't know the NFC. What's a bad division right now? The freaking
South.
NFC South. NFC yeah. South. Well, I mean, me personal reasons, the Saints. But everybody else, yeah, it would have sucked. Don't nobody want to see no Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers. Good God, and the Saints. Yeah, if you're outside of New Orleans, a fan, yeah, you don't want to see the Saints either. I would love that personally. But yeah, when they said, NFC South, I'd have said, man, get the crap out of here if I wasn't a Saints fan. All right, y'all, everyone's favorite topic of the day, y'all. We have TJ's Eagles talk right after this message. And let me get there. right, TJ, what's going on in the land of Philadelphia? I know you had a long one last week because we've been gone for so long. But since that time, what's popping in the land of the cheesesteaks?
Well, drama, as always. Jalen Hurts didn't publicly wish Nick Sirianni a happy birthday. Nick Sirianni's birthday. Relationships unmanageable. Yep, we're gonna break up. It's not okay. AJ Brown did in his Twitch, but Jalen Hurts didn't. Therefore, trade Jalen Hurts. Sat there, it's the Philly media going crazy as always. Yeah, that one aspect. He didn't wish Nick Sirianni a happy birthday.
What should we ever do?
I know. It's unmendable. They hate each other. Well, one big story did come out, and that's that there was no major evidence that proves the Philadelphia Eagles tampered with Saquon Barkley before tampering period was allowed. And obviously, the Falcons did get fined quite hefty. I think it was more than one player as well, but only a 5th-round pick and a couple fines. That's not too bad compared to what the Dolphins lost.
Yeah.
That was more conspiracy to just destroy the NFL. So that's good. It shows that we aren't, illegal or anything like that. But and Saquon did think it was just a misunderstanding. But at the moment, nothing really. Obviously, everyone's gone away, apart from a weird story about. Did you see this story? This is a bit 18 plus story. One of our lower level linebackers was caught running away from, let's just say, a woman from hire without paying her. And there's a video of her running after our linebacker naked down a hotel corridor screaming. And she tagged the Eagles saying, "Your linebacker didn't pay me my duties," and stuff like that. So,
oh, man. No, why you got the money, man? Go ahead and pay the girl for her services, man. God, dog. Don't worry about it, PJ. It's above your head. Don't worry about that. Sorry, what y'all talking about.
We have that story going around, which is a bit interesting and funny. But
there's always that one person or a couple people on your team that's gonna do stuff like that all the time. It just happens all the time. When you got over 80 people that you got to look over, someone's going to be a dumbass and do something like that.
Someone's going to not pay for.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, get your services, man, pay for it and go on with a bunch of life. You got enough money to do it, obviously. Unless you paying high dollar, then I'm not doing that. You might as well go on down. You might as well go down to the downtown Philadelphia, get you something like that for the cheap, my brother. We got Kelly Gardner says, "Hey y'all, what's up, Kelly Gardner?" Peter said, "What's up, KG? Good to see you, Kelly. Represent your NFL team. What's good with it, man?"
But yeah, so that was the main. That was the drama. We had the Eagles showing that they did nothing wrong. A player not paying what he needs to, and obviously not wishing happy birthday to Nick Sirianni. God, we really will try and do anything. Try and cause any problems.
It's a very slow week in the NFL.
I do have a question because I think this happened. I didn't think I mentioned it. I might have mentioned it. What's your opinion during the off season? Obviously, the radio's making up rumors saying AJ Brown's not happy and blah blah blah. This is before his contract extension. He phoned in and literally told the presenters off, saying, "You're meant to be a fan of this team. Why are you chatting ridiculous stuff and causing these problems that hurts the team?" He recently announced that was a mistake. He should be more mature and not let it get to him, but he does hold his emotions on his sleeve. Do you think that was a smart move on AJ Brown, defending him and the team, saying, "Shut up, that you don't know what you're talking about, you're just making stuff up which is causing problems"? Because obviously you had those trade rumors going around about AJ Brown before we gave him the contract.
I think it's a very smart move. I'm fine with that, honestly. If I'm AJ Brown, sometimes you gotta pop out and show people, man. Hey, bro, stop playing with me, bro. Please stop playing with me. I'm not here for no games, no BS. We're good. Stop spreading these rumors, especially if you're a Philly guy, right? He's a Philly announcer, a radio guy. Yeah. Why are you trying to throw out this hate around the city and our team? Bro, I got the money. We're good. Let's rock and roll. We're done. Now, also, if you're Brown, you got to back that up now. You got to back it up, and you got to continue to show people that, hey, I'm here for this team, regardless, yada, yada, yada. So, but as far as, like, a man can only take so much, especially from, like, your local station, bro. Locally, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, they're saying they're really Eagles fans, and obviously they got defensive and stuff like that. But I was just curious because it rubbed people the wrong way that he did that, and I understand why that. But hey, he's open to admit he did wrong doing it. But I feel like this, like, because it caused people listen to it and it caused problems, and people were because of this were calling up asking about AJ. And it didn't end well, it did end well for him.
Sometimes, hey, enough is enough. Sometimes you gotta, like, look, bro, tired of this crap, man. Straight up, stop lying on me. Especially if you're local. I get it. Like, the local guy is supposed to be the guy that's kind of united the team. And mind you, we are still like we're still like a really good team that has super aspirations. So why mess this up? We were just 2 years removed from the Super Bowl. And, of course, last year, I mean, obviously, we, bassed up. But we got Saquon Barkley now. We got, it's trending up. Brown got paid. Let's keep it positive now. Come on, Philly. Come on, Philly.
Yeah. I know. Oh, and on a good note, Merrill Reese, been the voice of the Philadelphia Eagles for like 40 years. He was announced that he's being inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame for his contribution to media. And well done, Merrill. You deserve it. Your voice is iconic. And I believe he said, I will not retire. They'll have to take me out in a casket before I quit this job.
All right. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it for now.
Shout out to them, hey. Shout out. All right, that was TJ's Eagles Talk. All right, now let's go with our what the fudge cake moment for the week. You got anything in particular, anything special?
I'm gonna go.
He went,
I've sort of got two. One's an old one, which I think I have spoken about, but I want to talk about something that's quite pressing. Have you heard that the Chiefs lineman has been arrested again?
That was mine.
Yeah, he got arrested again, and it's just like, what are the Chiefs doing? Like, come on, you're on the Chiefs. You're gonna win a ring.
I don't know what's going on in the gumbo in Kansas City. I don't know what's going on in the potatoes over there. But you're right, though, TJ. This team is somewhat cursed with these players right now. Yeah, good God Almighty. I just think God is not like Mahomes or, Kelsey going through none of this. Chris Jones. I'm glad those guys right now are safe. Let's knock on some wood. They're safe right now. But yeah, this is wild, man. Wow.
It's just like, come on. And unfortunately, I think the allegations are domestic abuse, I think, this time. Which sucks, and hopefully it's not true or anything like that.
Because he had something that was also dealing with some dogs, I believe, huh? Some malnourished dogs that wasn't really his, but he was still kind of there, and he's the big name, so I guess he got caught up in the mess. It might have been like his girlfriend or something. They left the dogs there, and the dogs were malnourished, and someone called Paw Patrol or something to come over there and help those guys out. I don't know, man, but that does suck, though.
That does suck. That really does suck. And my second one, which I think I've known for a while, but I don't know if I've brought back, is, do you remember in the 2021 to 2022 season, Cam Newton was let go from the Panthers. He went to the Patriots a bit, and they let go. And the Panthers brought him back, and he scored a touchdown. He screamed into the camera, I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you know the draft after that incident, in the 2022 draft, the Carolina Panthers drafted Sticky Icky, Matt Carroll, Brandon Smith, Mario Bruno, Cade Meyers, and Kalen Barnes. Well, if you take their initials and spell them the beginning of it, the initials of the first name and lay it out, it spells "I'm back."
Oh, damn! Really?
Yeah. So I was like, "That's cool." I was like, "That's a coincidence."
That's cool. That's cool.
Shame that I don't think any of these Sticky Icky ain't doing well. Matt Corral, I think he was in the UFL, wasn't he, Matt Corral?
Yeah, for the Birmingham Lions, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest, Brandon Smith or anything like that, but yeah. I just thought that was fun. I was like, oh,
that was
cool.
Crazy, yeah. I'm back. I'm back. All right, y'all. Well, speaking of being back, we about to go. Since you're back, we're about to go. So we got our closing messages going on, man. Shout out to the Chiefs are being dumbasses, man. I don't know what's going on with those guys, bro. I have no clue what's going on. But any closing messages, man? It's time to wrap it up. Anybody got any questions on the chat, man? Let us know right now. We'll answer any of your questions before we dip out of here.
Yeah. I just got a question for you. Is the UFL season is over? Congratulations for the Stallions for winning and destroying everyone. It's the 3 year in a row they've won. The first team to do it. Screw the Patriots, screw the Chiefs. It's the Stallions all the way. What is your overall opinions of the UFL?
I loved it. I really enjoyed it. It was really good competition this year. It's just unfortunate there's only 8 teams, right? So there's 8 teams. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a team or two. This year was 2 teams that slid. Just because the other 6 teams were pretty damn good. It felt like any given day, because Birmingham, albeit they went 11-1, overall, but a lot of those games were close. They won a lot of close games this year. They won by single digits against the Battlehawks, Defenders. They won by single digits against the Panthers on 2 occasions. No, a lot on 1 occasion, and they won by single digits against the Roughnecks. They beat the Roughnecks by 7. One of these games. Roughnecks were a bad team, pretty much. So yeah, but the competition was great. I enjoyed it. Season 2 has not officially been announced, but there's going to be a season 2, which is always a good thing. There will be a season 2, and that's all that matters. If they can bring it back, keep bringing it back. Can we survive, right? And the reason why these 2 teams, USFL and the XFL, combined is because they realize we need each other. We need each other in the worst way to keep this alive. Let's see the bigger picture, right? So we have to sacrifice some teams, some players, some staff members, some workers to make this thing grow to our vision of maybe a 16-plus team in about 5 to 10 years, right? You want something like that. So I loved what I saw. It was some really good talent. A lot of guys that deserve to be in the NFL. A lot of guys that would get looks. By the way, shout out to Jake Bates, the kicker for the Michigan Panthers, signed a 2-year deal with the Detroit Lions. That was crazy, right? Detroit got an up-and-close look at that kicker. He's the one that hit a 64-yarder to win a game. He kicked that same game, he kicked a 58-yarder and a 59-yarder. It was crazy what he did. So shout out to him. A lot more guys. He was very popular because of those big kicks, but there's a lot of guys under the radar that are going to get looks by the NFL. That's all you ask for is another chance, right, to get on an NFL team. And that's what you ask for. And you want that continued success. I thought it was good. Ratings were pretty good this year. Not bad ratings, and I loved it. And just the best team, the best team won, was the Stallions. I think if it was kind of like the style of play, right? Really would have benefited the Battlehawks to play against the Stallion, or even DC to play against Stallions. There's a lot of teams, but I saw that the Brahmas, although they're a great defense, they can't score. That's their issue, and they didn't score. Literally, was the only game of the year to have a shutout was the championship game, which just sucks. I wish it was a better game.
Yeah, that would have helped them. Attendance for that last game, which was 27,000. It had a 1.6 million viewership.
That's decent. For spring football.
That's that's average for a game, really, isn't it?
Yeah. I like 1.6 million. Yeah,
Obviously, what it's proven that is a pathway to the NFL, and I think the NFL has sort of an agreement with them that you will be a player pathway, and you can test out our rules for us. I know that's sort of an agreement. Obviously, the overall league budget for players is 24 million. That's not the best, especially since they are still hard hitting and all that. Like, you want the salaries to be up, but that hopefully will come in time. But I think it's proven that, I think it was a success. Obviously, it needs to be a bit more money pumped in, but I think that will come, and hopefully there will be a 2025 season. I agree. I enjoyed it as much as possible. Sucked that an XFL team didn't win, because I am an XFL conference homie. Ally, if that's right. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
So fingers crossed. And hopefully, I really do hope it sticks around.
I do too. I hope it does too. I want growth. That's all I ask for. Just give me some growth. Give me growth.
I'd rather them not grow, but sort of like maybe expand 2 teams. I don't want them to stretch themselves.
No. They need to stay with 8 teams this year, and they will. I believe they will. I believe they'll stay with 8 teams for the 2025 season, and then you expand 2 or 4 more teams in the 2026 season, because you want to build something, but eventually you're going to have to expand to get more interest in the league, right? So that's all I'm saying.
I think there are going to be some players, like maybe a Matt Corral, that will just stick with the XFL or the UFL.
No doubt.
And which is good. You want that loyalty.
Yeah. AJ McCarron. It was He asked the Bengals to release him so he could play and start in the XFL. That was awesome. That was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. They get more like that because obviously a guy like McCarron says, I know I can play in the NFL anytime I want to, because I'm a decent 3rd string quarterback or a 2nd string quarterback, right? So if maybe I make a deal out with you guys, if I don't get hurt, I can come back on the team, something like that. But or not. I mean, who knows? But I know that he's invested into St. Louis, the XFL, the USFL, the UFL. So more guys like that make this league better. I thought the quarterback play, it looked good on paper, but then when you got to like Cookies for the Memphis Showboats, he didn't play well at all, and he was a highlight for the USFL last year. This year he was bad, so it was like, okay, we need 8 really decent. I think Jordan Ta'amu has made a call in with the defenders. He's that guy. Obviously we got McCarron for the Battlehawks. San Antonio's got to find that quarterback because it's not Garber. San Antonio's got to find that quarterback for next year. As far as the USFL side, the Roughnecks got to find a quarterback. We need the Panthers to kind of find their quarterback. So that's the biggest thing. If you can get some decent quarterback play, and they stay relatively healthy the entire year, that's where the eyes will start going back on to spring football.
Do you think, because obviously Tua's brother signed a contract in the CFL, do you think players might choose the UFL over the CFL?
I think
the CFL's got a bit more money behind it.
I think eventually that's where, if you're the UFL, you probably got to start trying to get those guys. Instead of being, if we know you have a 7th round ability or lower, like undrafted, we'll pay you to play for 4 months with the UFL, and then we'll see how it goes. I would like to get a big time quarterback from a university fresh out of college to come and test the waters out. He's got to be somewhat of a like Tua's brother. He was a biggish kind of name for Maryland, but he went to the CFL. So
he went to the Hamilton Tigers.
Yeah. So I get it, but I would like to see him in the UFL. That'd been awesome.
Yeah, and I think obviously if the UFL managed to increase that budget of instead of the whole league having a budget of 24, that will entice a lot more people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think fingers crossed they do well, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it will grow.
All right, man. Well, shout out to the UFL, man. All right. Thank y'all for another great episode of Tuesday with TJ. This was episode number 34. We'll have episode number 35 on next Tuesday, you guys. Any final words, TJ?
Look after yourself. Stay safe. It is a crazy world out there, and just be kind to each other. Don't be buttholes and stuff like that. But just
facts.
Nothing is serious. Just let it go.
I'm not hungry right now, PJ. We have to find some to eat later on. I get some to eat. I'm not hungry though. Yeah, that's her final word. She said my final word is I'm hungry.
Careful, Carlos. You might wake up and find her nibbling on some toes.
Oh no! Oh Lord, Jesus, no, not now. All right, y'all, we're done, man. Shout out to TJ, man. Shout out to PJ, and we'll have episode 35 on next Tuesday. Hopefully, more content. We'll find something for you guys next week for football wise.
Always find something.
But yeah, we're out of here, all sports fans. You guys know what time it is. Hey, before you go, click on that link from Dane McKeon. He had the link to Real Fan Sports. I got to take care of a crime baby, y'all. So all sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart. Stay educated. Peace. Later, mom. All right, TJ, have a blessed night, brother.
Have a great night, everyone.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Yeah. Bye.